Today we're going to talk about using the online system to apply for a building permit. To apply for a building permit online, you're going to have to first have created a profile on the online system. We have a previous video that which we'll talk about and walk you through those steps to apply to create that account. Once you are logged in under your online profile, you're going to have the home screen that you see here. To apply for the building permit, you're going to click the Apply tab. All of our permits use the same application type when creating it, so you're only going to see the one here regardless of what you're looking to do. To select that, you're going to click the Apply button on this right side. This is going to take you to the location screen. Location is the actual location the work is being performed. You're going to click the plus sign on this blue card, and it's going to give you the options to either search by address or search by parcel. Parcel is actually the folio number given by a Broward County Property Appraiser's Office, and not everybody has that, so that's okay. We can always search by address, which is just as simple. When searching for addresses, you're going to want to put in the street number, a direction if necessary, the street name, as well as the street type. When we're doing that search, the actual street direction will always be abbreviated, and the street type will always be abbreviated as well. And then we're going to click the search function. It will now bring up all the addresses that would match that criteria, and you're going to find the one that you are looking for to do the work under, and you're going to click the Add button. This now adds that location for the work to be done. You're now going to click the Next button to go into the next screen. Plan type will always be grayed out because we only have the one type. Description is going to be the description of work that you are doing. In this case, we're going to be doing, let's say, a new door. Okay, this square foot, this only applies if you are actually doing work that which is increasing the area of the building. And if you know that square footage, you can put that here. The valuation of the work is going to be what the work is actually costing to complete. This would be what the contract amount is between the contractor and the property owner. And then you're going to click Next to go to the next screen. This is going to take you to the contact screen. Now it's always going to bring you in as the primary contact because you are now the applicant of this process. If you have additional people you want to add, such as a contractor, a subcontractor, a property owner, all of those can be added here as well under that same process where you'll hit the button and then you'll search for their name and then you'll be able to add them towards that. But for the purpose we have here today, we're just going to leave myself on that one. We're going to click the next button to go to the next screen. Now this screen has a little bit more information on it and needs to be paid attention to. The first item we have to fill in is what's called a building use. You will see that it says non-residential and residential. Please be aware that the residential is only for single family and mobile homes or townhomes. Anything else, including condominiums, commercial properties, businesses, will be non-residential. For our purposes here, we have a non-residential because this is actually a commercial property. Residential minor. This here was only for water heaters, toilets, dishwashers, washer dryers, sinks, tubs, and disposals. Anything else, this does not apply and must stay no. The planned work class is another one that which we have to pay attention to that can be confusing. We have what's called a general, we have an alteration, a new construction, and addition. Now, new construction is pretty much anything new building you're being built or a new structure that which is being constructed. An addition is when you're adding square footage to that or that area. Alteration and generals, we seem to have confusion on. Now, alteration is only when you're actually modifying inside. It will be an example of a kitchen renovation, bathroom renovation, tenant remodel, something of that nature. Everything else is a general. If you're adding a new roof, if you're adding new windows, if you're adding fences, if you're repairing fences, if you're adding a driveway, all of that will always be general. And then it asks you again for that value that you have from the previous screen for the total work. And then you're going to hit next. On this screen, it's going to ask you to upload documentation for that permit. Now, an application is always required. No matter what we do, we always have to have an application. Other documentation is dependent upon the scope of work being done and may vary. Now, to actually upload the documentation, we actually have, if you go to our Building Division webpage, if you go under our Applications and Forms, and if you go down here, we have a electronic naming format for submittals. To help the process through, we actually have specific naming conventions for the drawings and plans we're looking to follow to make the process easier and help everything go smoother and get the process faster. You'll see that they talk here where any sheets will always be named, the applications will have the APP and whatever that application type is, and any supporting documents will have the naming of those as such. The sheets themselves, you're going to put the sheet name, and number, whatever that may be, as well as the naming. So the example here, it says C1 site plan. So when you upload it, it's going to actually be C1 site plan. Okay. Now back to ours. So I'm going to add my application, and I have some set here. So if we have got application here, and I'm going to open that up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add some drawings to that as well. And when you add those, you can actually add more than one by using the Control key or Shift key to add them all at the same time. And you see that it'll drop them all into there. Once you have the items that you want to upload, make sure you've included all the drawings you need. All right, so we're going to click Next to go to our next screen. This is the summary screen. This will actually tell you what we're doing. This is that parcel number I was talking about in the previous, that which is given by the Broward County Property Appraiser. And then you'll see here that which the information I have entered, as well as the value, any fees that which maybe we do up front. And it also gives me a list of the attachments I've attached. Now make sure, again, this is all the attachments that you need, and you do not need to add any more, because once we click the submit button, you will not be able to add more documents until the round of reviews have been completed. If you are satisfied with all the information you have here, we're going to click the submit button. As you'll see, it's actually uploading the files. And now once it's done, it's actually going to give us what our plan case number is. This is going to be the number you're going to use when you're referencing and tracking anything or asking questions on it or have to see the statuses. We'll be using that process number right there. As you'll see as well, it's actually given us the upfront fee that we have to pay for the processing purposes. That can be paid using the Pay Now function. By clicking on that, it'll take us to the ability to pay, and you can follow through that process to make that payment. Now, once it's been submitted, if you go back to your dashboard page, once you're logged in, you'll actually see the plan case and be able to follow through its process under this screen here. If we click on here, it'll bring up the plan case number we just created. It'll tell me the name, tell me what it is. It's under pending. It tells me here I have the unpaid fees since I didn't pay that. And when you click on here, you'll now see the actual information of that plan case that we were talking about. And that is the process for actually submitting an application through our online system. In another video, we will go through and talk about how to track that process and upload any new documents if necessary to complete the plan review process. Thank you for watching the video, and thank you for choosing the City of Hallandale Beach.